Hello guys, today we will be reporting and talking about the defense page on the Power and Ability cards. Pretty much now we have this up here. I don't even think this is used anymore. I don't think we can just go between these two. So pretty much the little shield means that you don't have invuln, so you can't push. And, no, I mean not invuln. What do you call it? Willpower. So it means you'll push if you take 2 action tokens. 1 through shield means you have means you'll have willpower. So pretty much you don't take pushing damage still. Okay, so first one on the list, Super Sentences. When this character will be hit, you may roll a d6. So if somebody hit me, I may roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, I evade the attack. So pretty much, you see I rolled a 5 there, so I would evade the attack. But if you roll anything lower than a 5, like that 1, you don't evade it. I like my Avenger dice. Next one, Toughness. So pretty much when you take damage, you reduce the damage taken by 1. So say if I deal 2 damage to you, you'll take 1 instead, because you minus it by 1. Defend. Adjacent friendly characters may replace their defensive value with the printed value with your printed defensive value. So say I defend and I have an 18D. So pretty much someone adjacent to me, say they have a 17D, they can take my 18D as well. It's quite useful. Next on the list, we have Combat Reflex. So you can't be knocked back, which means like pretty much when you roll doubles, so say I roll double 4s and I hit, unless you have Charge or Combat Reflexes, you get knocked back, and I knock you back 4. You knock back the number the die roll was. Pretty much, and then it modifies defense +2 against close attacks. So I'm punching you, you modify your defense by +2. Energy Shield Deflection, exact same thing, but in range, you modify your defense by +2 against range attacks. And then Barrier Power, minimum range value of 4, generate up to 4 blocking terrain markers in clear squares within range. One has to be at least adjacent to one other one. So pretty much, say I have Smoke Cloud, I place one down. This next one I have to place down has to be adjacent to that one. Next one has to be adjacent, so on. It has to be at least adjacent to one thing. Then we've got Mastermind. When this character was, so pretty much when you get hit by an attack, you can choose a friendly character that you share a keyword with, and mastermind that damage over there, so they take the damage, but they still get their defense value. Say I mastermind my damage to somebody who's pink, but he only dealt 2, I wouldn't take any damage. But yet again, it has to share a keyword. Willpower, yet again. Pretty much when I take a second action token as a push, instead of taking pushing damage, I don't take pushing damage pretty much. I don't care about pushing damage. It's quite neat. I pretty much don't push when I take 2 action tokens. Next one, Invincible. Here it is. Pink on defense is reduce damage taken by 2. It can reduce penetrating damage. The penetrating psychic blast won't go through it. And then it takes a minimum damage of 3. So pretty much you're reduced by 2 automatically, but you take a minimum damage of 3 in the end. Impervious. Reduce damage taken by 2, and then, so say he hits me, I reduce that damage by 2, and then I roll a d6. I see I roll a 5. On a 5 or 6, you evade it completely. Otherwise, you just take -2 damage. It pretty much reduces damage to 0. Regen. Pretty much what you do is you roll a d6, and you heal half the result rounding up. So I roll a 5, so I technically heal 3. Invuln, pretty much all it does is reduce damage by 2. There you guys go. Just another look at it. Here are the basic, pretty much, ready? It says, alright, when you give a second action token, you become pushed and immediately result resolutions are dealt immediately after resolutions, pretty much after the attack you make, you take a damage. Or if you're just moving to push, you just take a damage. Alright, a finalized attack roll of double 6 is a crit hit. All targets become hit, and you increase the damage dealt by 1 to each target. So pretty much like you can't imperv out of it, and you can't super sense out of it, but you can still prod it. And then finalized attacks the 2 1s, the crit miss, all targets become missed, and immediately you are dealt 1 unavoidable damage. To calculate a value, first use any number that replaces it, then have it. If applicable, Then apply any increases or decreases using modifiers. Then apply minimum of or maximums before finalizing it. You may move through friendly characters but can't draw a line of fire through them. Before moving, you must break away if you're not adjacent to a opposing character by rolling 4 through 6, but if you're trying to break away hypersonic, you only fail on a 1. And plasticity makes you only succeed breakaway on a 6. Okay, guys, please comment if you like this, and remember to subscribe. And I'll keep making videos on this, guys, don't worry. Oh yeah, here's the stuff I pulled yesterday. Keep making videos on this, and I will see you guys next time for damage. Here's a quick little look at damage, just so you guys know. And thank you guys, and please subscribe, and I will be teaching you guys how to play the game, so stay tuned. Thank you.